I don't know how to say this, but I'll try. I'll try to record that again. If not, I could just run outside to hide in the shed. I don't know about this. That shed is full of wasps and rats and porcupines and mouses and skunks. That's too smelly. I'll try to record this. I'll try. Spike, Molly, Daisy Wheel, Flex, and Diamond Tiara were accidentally stuck in an elevator. One day, Diamond Tiara is taking the elevator, but she does not want the Doozers in there. The Doozers says, "Hi, Diamond Tiara, going up?" And then Diamond Tiara says, no, in the... Just like that, when Diamond Tiara says, no, I don't want to go with you, you idiots. I don't want to go in there. I just want to go alone. I'll just take the second one. And then Diamond Tiara says, finally, peace and quiet. And then the Doozers says, Diamond Tiara. And then Diamond Tiara says, what? In the... Just like that, when Diamond Tiara says, what? And then the Doozers says, hold the door. And then Diamond Tiara says, close the door, 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 close the door. And then the Doozers says, hi, Diamond Tiara. And then Diamond Tiara says, wait, what? What are you doing in here? How did you get in there? And then Flex says, we just had to use the door, right? And then Diamond Tiara says, grrr. Okay, I was nice and calm in the book while growing the flowers. Nice and calm. And then Diamond Tiara says, is there any way for me to get out of this situation with you, with me in the elevator? That elevator's too small. And then Flex says, no worries at all, Diamond Tiara. Press one button, then all the buttons. And then Diamond Tiara says, that's true. And then Diamond Tiara says, what are you doing? And then Molly says, yeah, Flex, what are you doing? You missed one. Every floor counts. And then Diamond Tiara pushed him out of the way. Diamond Tiara says, top floor first, top floor first, top floor first. She ends up breaking the elevator. Diamond Tiara says, oh no, we're trapped in the... Just like that, when Diamond Tiara says, oh no, we're trapped in there and stuck like in a horror movie. And then Molly says, no problem, Diamond Tiara. And the...